Okay, it's the final base work all fixed down finally. The track isn't ready, the grey primer, they're prepared. These bare radius 5s, they're just cut and welded, they need finishing. The straights just need a spray. The black, they're ready, but these bare grey radius 7s. It's all radius 7s. I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 radius 7s going along there. So that's actually, you know, that's quite a respectable curve. I'm really pleased with that. This is all ballasted all the way through there. It's all ballasted. Oh, I've got my lawnmower back. I let somebody borrow it and I never got it back, so I went round there this morning and got it. Oh, this needs ballasting as well, so I think these are the next two main jobs: to get that prepared and fixed, get everything ballasted, and then we're good to, well, we can crack on with all the top filling along there. So here we have the ballast. As you know, it all goes on with a teaspoon. The finish is really very good on there. That's really smooth. And I've used this rather pretty looking decorative moss. This is the same moss that you would use to line a hanging basket. It's also used around the garden. You find it growing on rocks. This is all naturally grown, and it's a lovely species. I'll just take a piece out there and you can see colours. See the green and the yellow in that. If I hold it to the light, it's a really nice ground cover. Needs to knit and mat together to form a carpet. It's all at the moment made from small pieces that I've just patched in there. I really like it. It's a lovely texture. So this goes on a teaspoon at a time, and I just kind of shovel it into position like that. Just tap it down and then it goes. This is actually quite an enjoyable thing to do. It's quite relaxing, and it makes a nice change from, you know, digging and all the concrete and everything, but also just to cover up all the work, you know, the cut lines and all that. And these, for example, in there where there's the connectors, one of them in there, look, and it's gone, and it actually starts to resemble a track, an actual railway track. Another thing that I do is I like to leave the ballast slightly proud, so it's slightly raised, which creates the effect of the rails of the track actually sinking into the ballast. You know, it's gone in, it's been pushed down, some of the ballast has been forced up around the track, and I like that effect. Okay, that's the ballast all watered in around this new section. That's a long run all the way down to here. So now that just needs to be dyed, and all of this, actually, yep, pretty much all of the new line needs to be polished. The tops need polishing. Now these worm casts, look at them. They're everywhere. I was concerned about this. I sort of wondered how I would keep this looking clean. Anyway, no problem. With the hose gun set on flat, I just washed them back into the soil. Look, it's clean, and it does the watering as well at the same time. So I'll get rid of those there, and I can do this, clean that. So here we are, Sunday the 29th of October, and all the ballast has now gone off. I've rinsed that all in, and that's solid now. That's ready to be dyed. So that's all the way around, right over to there. What I use is a liquid mortar dye for the ballast. It's very concentrated, 1 capful to 1 glass of water, and then I sponge that over the ballast. That kind of affair, look. As I'm bringing this soil over, I'm actually coming higher than the track with it at this part here. So I'm going to go all the way like along there with a kind of a raised bank that drops down to the track. So I'm coming down here with the compost all the way around here, around those rocks. Now I've made it wet, almost like a quicksand, in order to form the shape with it, because it's fibrous, and when it's wet you can mould and shape it. Now in the failing daylight, I've started to put all the moss on there, and I put some blue stars in there just to see how that would look, and that Fuja has gone in there, so it goes in and around the rocks. The soil's up, and there's a space there, and look what these sheets are just like that. You just put them in where you want them to go, and then just knit that in on there like a jigsaw. You can see there that the ballast that I've dyed is already starting to fade up to a kind of a grey colour in places. Now, to clean the track is that easy. The new ground cover, the new moss. I've been looking online as well, because I'm quite new to this, so I've been looking online for ways to get this to grow successfully and to care for it. Now, I know this particular species lives in semi-shade, so I know that this area here, probably right around here, will be fine. Over there, that's the sunny part. Not all day, but certainly probably too much for moss. But there are varieties, they're special order, that live in full sun. So it may be that if this works and I like it, that I'll get some moss that likes the sunlight to come down to this part. You can see the difference already with the track polished at the top like that. It's highlighted, so it looks more like a railway. That will fade down slightly. It's still fresh now, but you know, just to make sure that it's weathered differently to the ballast and the tyres. So over here, for example, just to highlight the point work around there, look. There we have a railway track. So there we go. all the repair work that I done on the original line. That's all polished in. Now I'm adding some more of the moss trackside there in these spaces here, and that's just simply laying pieces down and gently pushing it in to just bring something up to the track. Well, that's the track all finished. That's the whole lot complete. So nothing more then to do than a test run. So I've got number 2. Remember, number 2's just base coated, no detail. Let's go over here. Well, that's the first ever loop. Let's slow him down. The first ever loop of this new track. Running quite fast, but I suppose something like there will be more like the speed I'll be running at. Something like that. Those radius 5 onto this radius 7, and then down the straight. Very, very pleased with that.